vegetable. Check out the soup menu. We have chicken soup, red pea soup, seafood soup, goated soup at CB Jerk Center, 150 West 3rd Street, Mount Vernon, New York. Catering for all occasions. Big up the top chef Conroy and his wife. Big up the two grill masters, Courtney and Ron. So remember to check out CB Jerk Center, 150 West 3rd Street, Mount Vernon, New York. Catering for all occasions.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's here. Have you ever experienced a bad workmanship? Someone who work at your house and you're not satisfied, but you can't find good help? Well, look no further. Quicklink Construction is a licensed general construction company that's fully insured for the 5 boroughs and Westchester. A one-stop construction company that will cater to your needs. Experience is what counts in this business, and we have the experience for more than 35 years. So if you need a paint job, call us. If the roof is talking to you, call us. If your garage won't open, call us. If you need a new paint job, call us. If you try to do the work yourself and your wife won't talk to you, call us. 914-665-0106. Quicklink Construction. No job too big, no job too small. Just call us. 914-665-0106. 914-665-0106. We have the experience. Quicklink Construction.
And I know.
Pass me a flash, let me tell the things them. People never know the rum talk and me a sing them. Ali Brand the rum boss I represent. Remember Dill's rum, Butcher's Wine and Spirit Inc. Of all of the alcoholic beverages you need. From a pink to a anchor. Moscato, Merlot, Hennessy, Douce, Tiger Bone, Ginseng, Rare Nephew Rum, Appleton, Myers Rum, Stone Ginger Wine, Red Label, Taylor Port, Fairbanks, Mount Gay, Sangster, Rum Bar, Jamaica Brandy, Syrah, Grey Goose, Jack Daniels, Johnny Walker and more. You're drinking or joking, open hours. Monday to Thursday, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Friday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. on Sunday. Address 104 South 4th Avenue, Mount Vernon, New York, 10550. It makes sense to save you dollars. Contact 914-699-7267. Email us at DutchessWineandSpirit@gmail.com. Must be 21 and over to drink. 40 minimum delivery. Drink responsibly.
Plead my cause, oh Jah. I don't know Julex I represent for Linkage Radio. 104.5 FM. I def them.
You're locked on to the number one radio station. Number one radio station.
They play the best music.
Number one. The best music. For your listening pleasure.
Hungry? Come to Cooler Runnings Restaurant. Located at 1802 Nerid Avenue, corner of Wickham Avenue in the Bronx, we specialize in the best Jamaican and American cuisine, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We are open 24 hours, 7 days a week. We offer free in-house delivery, minimum $20 purchase, and we also have Uber Eats. We do barbecue Thursdays, fish fry Fridays, and seafood Saturdays. For more information, give us a call for our address and menu, 718-324-7484. Once again, that's 718-324-7484. Cooler Runnings Restaurant, simply the best Jamaican food.
This is where I come in. This is where I come in. Let me check again. Want to say good evening to everyone. Let me go again and see if I can hear myself. Good evening, everyone. How are you? Where are you? Good evening to you. It is Thursday. And I'd like to say good evening and welcome to Inside the Zone with Lady D. Denise Gomez. That is my name. This is a community platform where information is guaranteed. Hashtag host to Lady D. Hashtag ITZ Radio. Hashtag ITZ Community Life. You may also email me at insidethezone@nyc.com. Welcome to those of you who are joining me for the very first time. Inside the Zone is brought to you by Cooler Runnings Jamaican Restaurant, 1802 Nereid Avenue in the Bronx, and Corey's Eats, 3762 Boston Road. It is now 15 minutes after 6 o'clock. Welcome to the show, everyone. Wherever you are tuning in to the program from, I'd like to say you're at the right place at the right time, doing the right thing, keeping my company until 8 p.m. Eastern Time. It is the second Thursday feature of the show. And of course, today's program is dubbed as Throwback Thursday. Way back. My musical selections for you. In this evening's program, Inspirational Zone, News Zone, Music Zone, Fast Facts on Music, Mind Zone, What is That About? And Black Woman Speaks. Center Stage is the platform where voices are heard and people connect. And it is my pleasure having you with me so you can connect with me across the miles. Our telephone number here is 914-600-4228. That is 914-600-4228. Broadcasting on Linkage Radio 104.5, 101.7. Sign FM 88.9 and Touch FM Radio 90.1. Linkage Radio is your budding and buzzing station 24/7, 365 days for the year. Coming up in a few minutes, it's Inspirational Zone. We get our praise on. And this evening, I take you to a selection by Kirk Franklin. Imagine Me. Can you say imagine me being free? Yeah. Totally, totally. New Zone comes up this evening courtesy of PBCJ. And of course, I do have some great musical selections for you. Mind Zone, Escaping Poverty. Is it a crime? That's my feature this evening. Mind Zone, is it all in the mind? Should I just stay poor all my life? Ha ha ha. Is it a crime if I want to say, okay, I want to do something to elevate myself? Is that a crime? And of course, this evening at 7:30 p.m., I do have a segment called Black Woman Speaks. And of course, in this evening's feature, I have an interview with Cadian Snow. She's the author of Black Woman is Queen. Self-love, takes time and dedication. As queen, we are magic, royal, and extraordinary. So to all the ladies out there, tune in at 7:30 p.m. for this inspiring interview segment with Cadian Snow. Welcome, everyone. It is now 90 minutes after 7 o'clock, and of course, I kick off the show with Inspirational Zone, Kirk Franklin's Imagine Me.
Imagine me. Imagine me being free, trusting you totally. Finally, I can imagine me. I'll be honest with you. I admit it was hard to see. It was hard. You being in love with someone like me. Yes. Finally, I can imagine me. The song is dedicated to people like me, those that struggle with insecurities, acceptance, and even self-esteem. You never felt good enough, you never felt pretty enough,
But imagine God whispering in your ear, letting you know that everything that has happened is now. It's all gone. Every sin, every mistake, every failure, it's all gone. Depression, gone. By faith, it's gone. Low self-esteem, hallelujah, it's gone. It's all gone. It's gone. All my scars, all my pain, it's in the past. It's yesterday. It's all gone. Gone. What your mother did, what your father did. Hallelujah. Imagine me.
That is the voice of Kirk Franklin. What can I say? Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the show. My name is Denise Lady D. Gomez, and it is my pleasure having you with me here inside the zone on Linkage Radio 104.5, 101.7 FM. It's a good day. Did I say that? Did I say that? Yes, it's a good day. It's Thursday, and we've been getting some intermittent showers all day, and it has somewhat cooled the place down a little bit. But, you know, sometimes it feels a little warm after a while, so every now and again. Okay, every now and again. So good evening to you. Thank you for joining me. This is the second Thursday feature of the show, and if you do not know, it's your first time tuning into the program. My name is Denise Lady D. Gomez, the host and producer of Inside the Zone with Lady D, aired right here on Linkage Radio 104.5, 101.7 FM. And the program is aired on Mondays with the Monday Drive from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. and on Thursdays with Center Stage, the platform where voices are heard and people connect. Don't forget, at 7:30 p.m. this evening, I will be having a conversation with Cadian Snow with her book, Black Woman is Queen. And I invite you to tune in at that time. That is 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And for those of you who are into the Black woman uprising, knowing herself, mind, body, soul, spirit, you are invited to tune in. Right now, I take you to New Zone. New Zone, of course, this evening is a delayed broadcast courtesy of PBCJ in Jamaica.
It's Thursday, September 10. This is the news on PBCJ. I'm Carol Francis. As at Thursday morning, the island's death toll stands at 38. This after 2 more people died from COVID-19. The deceased are an 8-year-old woman and a 12-year-old boy, who both had underlying health conditions and are both from Manchester. At the same time, the country has also recorded 114 new positives on Wednesday. The newly confirmed cases bring the total cases on record for the island to 3,437. In the meantime, 27 people have recovered from the virus. Of the newly confirmed cases, there are 66 females and 48 males, with ages ranging from 4 months to 93 years. The 47 cases were recorded in Kingston and St. Andrew, 14 in Portland, 13 in Manchester, 12 in St. James and Clarendon, respectively, 10 in St. Catherine, while St. Thomas, St. Anne, and Hannibal each reported 2 cases. All 114 cases are under investigation. 26 moderately ill patients and 8 critically ill patients are among the 2,302 active cases now under observation in Jamaica. Jamaica's response to the coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic has once again been boosted, this time by a donation of 20,000 medical masks and 300 coveralls. The donation was made recently by Henna Fifth Construction Company Limited to support the most at-risk frontline health workers in the fight against COVID-19. Local representative for Henna Fifth, Patrick Wong, says the company is happy for the opportunity to be able to assist the country tackle the challenges of COVID-19. Henna Fifth Construction Company is the contractor on the $8.4 billion 754-unit Ryan Park housing development in Rose Hall, St. James. It is being undertaken by the Housing Agency of Jamaica, HAJ, under a joint venture partnership. The 96-acre development is intended to respond to the housing needs of low to middle income earners in St. James, as well as persons employed to the attractions and accommodation sectors. The biggest blow to the Jamaican economy this year has undoubtedly been the COVID-19 pandemic. On Wednesday, the Planning Institute of Jamaica, PIOJ, gave more evidence to this when they reported that the economy contracted by an estimated 18% for the April to June quarter relative to the corresponding period last year. We get the details in this next report.
In his quarterly report on Wednesday, Director General Dr. Wayne Henry was unequivocal. He laid blame for the outturn at the feet of the novel coronavirus and measures implemented to contain its spread.
The preliminary data presented on performance for the April to June 2020 quarter indicate that the economy has continued to be negatively impacted by the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic and measures implemented to mitigate its spread. The most significant restrictions occurred within the review quarter, including the closure of Jamaica's borders to incoming passengers for over 2 of the 3 months, and the implementation of work from home and other physical distancing measures. For the upcoming quarter, July to September 2020, it is projected that the economy will continue to contract within a range of 8 to 10%.
Dr. Henry also highlighted the decline in critical sectors such as goods production, agriculture, and the services industry.
The goods producing industry contracted by an estimated 7%, with all industries registering a decline. This performance largely reflected the impact of the temporary closure of the Gisco Alpart alumina refinery, drought conditions which adversely affected agriculture production, and measures implemented to contain the spread of the COVID-19 pandemic. Agriculture. Output of the agriculture, forestry, and fishing industry was estimated to have declined by 8.5%. The outturn of the industry largely reflected the impact of drought conditions experienced across the island.
The foreign exchange brought in by tourism is typically a lifeline to the economy. However, that was a major casualty of COVID-19 containment measures. The drastic fall-off in tourist arrivals were occasioned by travel restrictions owing to the pandemic.
Hotels and restaurants. Real value added for the hotels and restaurants industry contracted by an estimated 87.5%, reflecting a sharp decline in visitor arrivals and the number of persons utilizing restaurant services. Among the measures implemented to manage the spread of the COVID-19 was the closure of borders to passenger traffic for 2 of the 3 months during the quarter. This led to a significant fall-off in stopover arrivals by 98.9% to 7,188 visitors. Total visitor expenditure at US $16.2 million was 98.1% lower than that recorded in the corresponding period of 2019.
Overall, the 6-month outturn for January to June is for the economy to contract by an estimated 10.2% and by between 8 and 10% for the July to September 2020 quarter, largely due to the impact of COVID-19. Dr. Henry said the PIOJ estimates that the 2020-2021 2021 fiscal year will contract within the range of 8 to 10%. The economic forecast remains gloomy, with gross domestic product GDP levels not anticipated to recover until 2 years after the pandemic. For the news on PBCJ, I'm Gabrielle Thompson.
The government of Jamaica temporarily closed educational institutions in an attempt to contain the spread of the coronavirus. The physical closure of schools forced institutions to switch to virtual and remote learning platforms. But what is the impact of this new paradigm on the student body? The preliminary findings of a survey on the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic on Jamaican children and the capacity to respond were released by UNICEF and Capri. Marlon Samuels has more on the findings.
The COVID-19 pandemic has impacted thousands of students across Jamaica. It led to the closure of nearly all schools, colleges, and universities. This resulted in interruptions in students' learning, disruptions in internal school assessments, and the cancellation of PEP, and the postponement or cancellation of other exams. The solution put forward was homeschooling and online classes. The preliminary findings of a survey done between June 23 and July 13 on the effect of the COVID-19 pandemic on Jamaican children and the capacity to respond was released by UNICEF and Capri on September 8. The findings show that the lockdown of schools has resulted in unequal interruption in students' learning and socialization. 80% of those surveyed said they had access to internet and a device. Most said they had access on their mobile phones. However, 34% did not have exclusive access to a device for educational purposes. The research shows that many families do not want to send their children to school for fear they get COVID-19. Many families are also faced with reduced incomes. 46% of those surveyed said they had lost their source of income. 44% are experiencing food shortages and are now eating fewer and smaller meals. Despite these fears, lack of income and other resources, more than 30% of those surveyed are not satisfied with distance learning. Many of the children have little supervision while online. They are suffering emotionally. They complain of being bored, frustrated, anxious, sad, and fearful. The recommendation is for schools to reopen with strict biosecure protocols to keep children safe, nutritional support to be given to children, so too universal internet access, as well as psychosocial support services. For the news on PBCJ, I'm Marlon Samuel.
That was a delayed broadcast of the news courtesy of PBCJ, live from Jamaica. My name is Denise Lady D. Gomez. Good evening to you. You are hanging out, literally hanging out with me from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., today being Thursday and all, and I'm so happy you have joined me. Welcome to Linkage Radio 104.5, 101.7, Touch FM Radio 90.1 and Sign FM 88.9. Good evening, everyone. Center Stage, the platform where voices are heard and people connect. 6:36 p.m. time signal brought to you by Corey's Eats. We deliver, powered by Uber Eats. Open Monday to Thursday, 6 a.m. to 11 p.m., Friday and Saturday, 6 a.m. to 2 a.m., 3762 Boston Road. And by the way, you know they have their waffle affair going on. Guess what they have rolled out for you? Pumpkin waffle. Pumpkin waffle. If you've never had pumpkin waffle, I invite you to stop by Baychester Avenue and Boston Road by 3762 and purchase your pumpkin waffle and say you heard it here on Inside the Zone. Lady D, send me to get my pumpkin waffle. And they also have their red velvet waffle, waffle sandwich, cinnamon waffle, blueberry waffle, banana nut waffle, Oreo waffle, Belgium waffle as well, and chocolate chip waffle. Place your order today, 347-947-9200. Right now, I'm taking you to some selections that I have for you in my throwback. I mean, you know, it's perhaps a decade ago, but it's not current. These are songs that you have known and loved over your lifetime. But I'd just like to say, if you're home and you feel like you want to have some Cersei, have your Cersei tea. Can I tell you, I've never had it. I've had an aunt who would boil it almost down to 1 teaspoon, believe it or not. So good evening, everybody. At 7:30 p.m. this evening, I have a interview segment, Black Woman is Queen, with the author Cadian Snow. Stick and stay with me for that. Don't go anywhere. Let's get into some music right now. And of course, for those of you who are watching, I invite you to come into my YouTube channel, right? Step into the room. And so you like, you subscribe, you share with other people, and let's build our family right there on YouTube. Want to say hi to Aldith. Good evening, Aldith. Good evening, Jackie T. How are you, Jax? What's doing? Well, you know, that's me. What's doing? Pat. And there are other people, I'm sure. They're there. Where are you? And also, guess who is streaming the show this evening? Caribbean Vibes Radio. Chris Wilby is carrying the show this evening. So thank you so much, Chris. And are you ready to dance a little bit? Yes, we're going to dance a little bit. Right after dancing, we will get into my segment that I call for you, Mind Zone, Escaping Poverty. Is it a crime? You don't want to be poor no more. Why is it that people want to still hold you down if you say, I want to move out of my community. I'd like to go and pursue my education. My children will not be raised the same way I was, where I didn't have all the amenities in my education and so on. It's almost like they're saying, where you go? Why? You know, you have to wonder sometimes if they just like being poor. If it becomes a lifestyle, a norm, it's accepted. Every day you just want and want and want. There has to be a time when you want to say, no more, I am going to the next level. And who is going to take me there? Prayer and God and all my efforts. How about that? So welcome, everybody. Let's dance in my music zone this evening.
Situations are
You make me wanna. 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 Come along with it. You make me wanna.
And once again, welcome to Inside the Zone with Lady D. Denise Gomez. I just gave you some selections by Usher. Did you know that was Usher earlier? Yes, it was. All right, Usher, You Make Me Wanna, and Deborah Cox with Sentimental. Well, once again, good evening, everyone. My name is Denise, Lady D. Gomez, and I'd like to welcome you to Center Stage this evening, the platform where voices are heard and people connect. And Inside the Zone is here to keep you so informed, entertained. Every now and again, you get a little laughter, you get music, news. It's such a well-rounded program. So you get a little, you get a little, you get a little, and you get a little. 104.5, 101.7, 90.1, 88.9. Caribbean Vibes Radio tuning in with Inside the Zone this evening from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Right now, I'm taking you to some fast facts on music. Fast facts on music. How much do you know? A little bit of this and a little bit of that. That's what I'm about this evening. A little bit, a little bit, a little bit. Digital revenues were 77% of the total music industry in the first half of 2016. Streaming was 47% of the music industry revenue in the first half of 2016. Okay, so you had digital revenues were 77% back in 2016, and streaming was 47% of the music industry back in 2016. Americans spend more than 4 hours a day listening to music. Did you know that? The most expensive musical instrument in the world is a Stradivarius violin, with one being sold for, ta-da, $15.9 million. A person's heartbeat mimics the beat of the music he or she is listening to. So I need to go check when I'm done. I need to go, the next selection I play, I'm going to test that out. You want to try it with me? Of course. The song Jingle Bells was originally written for Thanksgiving. Michael Jackson bought the rights to most of the Beatles' music for $47.5 million in 1985. It's now worth more than $450 million. All right, that's info for you, wouldn't you say? Hope you're making notes. Pianos can have upward of 12,000 individual parts. My goodness. Jennifer Lopez was the first entertainer to have a movie and an album reach #1 in the same week. You go, Jennifer. People prefer the original versions of songs because it's first version they heard, not because it's better. Can I repeat that for you? People prefer the original versions of songs because it's the first version they heard, not because it's better. Okay. Warner Music Group collects about $2 million, oh yes, a year in licensing fees for the song Happy Birthday to You. In June 2016, the court declared it part of the public domain in a settlement involving the company. A song that gets stuck in your head on repeat is called an earworm. Did you know that? A song that gets stuck in your head on repeat is called an earworm. Oh my goodness. So there are certain songs. You ever just wake up and you find yourself, there's a song right there? It's almost like right through the night you hear it. That happens to me. It's almost like I'm in my subconscious. There is a song that's in rotation. And when I wake up, it's the first thing that it's just present. It's just there. Has that ever happened to you? Let me know. And reminding you, you can call me here, 914-600-4228. That's 914-600-4228. You can call and just say, hey, Lady D, how you doing? And, hey, Nadine, thank you so much. Okay, thank you for coming into the room. And want to say hi to Aldith. Aldith says Cersei. You know what, Aldith? You don't like Cersei. I've never had it myself. All right. I'm multitasking, ladies and gentlemen. I'm communicating with the audience on my YouTube channel while I'm talking to you and making the presentation at the same time, so please don't think me rude. The harmonica is the world's best-selling music instrument. Yes, it is. Kenneth Edmonds was nicknamed Babyface by funk bassist and singer Bootsy Collins. You love Babyface, don't you? It's like the man is not aging. Saw him at Gooving in the Park, except he had a little tummy going on, a little paunch getting up. It wasn't a washboard anymore. But, I mean, he was great, so, I love him. Okay. A piano, a grand piano, can be played faster than an upright or spinet piano. A piano covers the full spectrum of all orchestra instruments, from the lowest note of the double bassoon to the top note of the piccolo. Ha! The term disc jockey was first used in what year? The term disc jockey, that's your little quiz for the evening. The term disc jockey was first used in, call me and let me know, 914-600-4228. Let me know, the term disc jockey was used in what year? First, that's the operative word. First used in what year? Let me know. In 19, not 18 now, in 19 something, something, something. You let me know. 914-600-4228. The last note of a keyboard is C. Yes. I learned to play the keyboard. I can't master it right now. I need brush up, but I do know I know notes. I can play a melody, little bit. Back in the day, I was a little better, I think, even still as a beginner. So when I was a child, so I'll share this in the same music facts here now, because this is facts, not joke and lie. So my neighbor, who was our music teacher, she was an evangelist in my church at the time, and so she used to teach us music. And when we would go to what we called Gleaner Band, which is now like a children's church kind of thing, right? They had it as Gleaner Band. So we're in Gleaner Band, man, and Sister Johnson is saying, so she carrying us, C, D, E, F, G, and so on. And then she started to try to make a melody with us. So she would say, do, ti, la, so. And we're all sitting there like, that's not on this scale. No, we are children. Do, ti, la, so. And then a little person around the back. And from that, Sister Johnson was like on us with that thing. Because every time we go to music class, she would come up with do, ti, la, so. And then somebody in the back would say, not, no, go, so. And, she wasn't having it. Was not having it. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just gave you a little scoop on some fast facts in music, and I hope you made notes. But I did ask you the question, the term disc jockey was first used in what year? Come on, YouTubers, where are you? Let me see you answering the question here now. Let me see what's going on with you. And if anybody can let me know on the live chat, name me a year. It is now 4 minutes to 7 o'clock, taking you to some music until 7. At 7, I switch over, and I'm going to take you to Mind Zone. What is Mind Zone? The things that just blow me away. Pretty much that's what it is. And this evening I'm talking about escaping poverty. Is it a crime? Why is it some people make you feel like if you want to go earn little money and make life better and improve your quality of life, it's like you're doing something wrong, and they will envy you for it. Okay? 914-600-4228. That is 914-600-4228. Music, music, music. Now when children start talking and they're trying to say music, music, music. Pat says do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Yes, Pat, I know that one, but that wasn't her favorite. Do, ti, la, sol.
Mind blown, oh, you jump at the club on bump like what? I had to have you, babe. Saw you outside, the passenger side, cause I let my best friend drive. You was in line, that's when you caught my eyes, girl. You were so beautiful, beautiful. It was so critical, so critical. You look so something about you, it's everything. You are mine. Still right by me. Make living life be highly spoken of. Only love, only one. You're my wifey. Make my life complete. Sweet. But you know when the flip is street free. Only when it comes to me. Wifey. That's why you're my wifey. You know you're sexy too. I like your attitude. I ain't even mad at you. Girl, you're still my boo. Either braids or weave, skirt or jeans, you're still my queen. Baby girl, go do your thing. I'm so glad you're on mine. You are so beautiful. So beautiful. It is so critical. So critical. You look so crucial. Something about you is everything. You are mine. You're my wifey. Make my life complete, sweet. But you know when the flip is straight, you freak. Only when it comes to me, see, that's why you're my wifey. I can spend my life with. You know. The keys to the Benz, wearing the band with some gems. You're someone I feel alright with. Someone I have my kids. The one I can depend on.
Set your watches in your clocks. It is 7 p.m. here inside the zone with Lady D, Denise Gomez. It is my pleasure having you. You're in Chicago, aren't you? Yes. You know I have an aunt on here. Yep. And I want to say hi to Auntie Claire. Hey, Auntie Claire, all the way over there in Chicago, Illinois. The show is brought to you by Cooler Runnings Jamaican Restaurant.
When you are hungry, come to Cooler Runnings Restaurant, located at 1802 Nerid Avenue, corner of Wickham Avenue in the Bronx. We specialize in the best Jamaican and American cuisine, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We are open 24 hours, 7 days a week. We offer free in-house delivery, minimum $20 purchase, and we also have Uber Eats. We do barbecue Thursdays, fish fry Fridays, and seafood Saturdays. For more information, give us a call for our address and menu, 718-324-7484. Once again, that's 718-324-7484. Cooler Runnings Restaurant, simply the best Jamaican food.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 7:01 p.m. My name is Denise Lady D Gomez. This is Inside the Zone with Lady D. It's center stage today. Did you know what we do in center stage? It's the community platform where information is guaranteed. Yes, hello everyone. Touch FM Radio, how are you over there? 90.1 and Sign FM 88.9. This is Linkage Radio 104.5, 101.7 FM. If you are running around here and there trying to say, oh my gosh, I can't stay on this again, then you can simply go onto your phones, dial 641-552-8206 and listen. 641-552-8206. If you'd like to stop by or Facebook, then Caribbean Vibes Radio is also broadcasting the show this evening. Kudos to you, Chris Welby. And I'd like to say hi to everyone stopping by on my YouTube channel to say hi this evening. Now, here is what's on my mind. It's my mind zone this evening, and I invite you to, share your comments with me and let me know what are your thoughts. Now, I've been thinking about this for some time because every now and again, if it's either you've decided you're going back to school or you'd like to change your job, or the house in which you're living, you have outgrown that space. Perhaps you have a large family. There's change. Change is constant. And no matter where in the world you are, at some point in time, you're going to have to sit down and say, man, I want to change this, or I want to do something different. And you might just mention it to somebody, and the first thing they'll say is either, oh, that's a great idea, go for it. Or they might say to you, you have enough money. That is, if it has to do with the house or the car or something that you have to exchange money for, right? Some trading of sorts. Or they'll say, me not see you there, so. Me not see how that fit you. And that's not their dream, it's your dream. And we sometimes allow people to dictate our pursuits. Something I'm passionate about that I would like to try for me. Let me fail, let me try, but allow me to fail. And it happens as well to families where they have multiple children, or it happens to someone who they had to drop out of school, or, some circumstance occurred in life for many of us. And now we have to pretty much catch up. And when you are in a community and you find that, people just not as encouraging, because especially if the community, so I've switched focus now, I'm going over to community, especially if it's a community where everybody poor. It's either a zinc fence or, what a house that we used to call Walkland Dab. There are communities that still have some of those houses, but most of them, they've gotten rid of them by now. Or you live in a government complex and the morale is low. Something. So you'd like to change. You'd like to move on. You're stuck. You just feel stuck. But it's almost as though if you want to move on, it's a crime. People just start to see you in a different way. They see you as an opponent, or they see you as a threat. And you wonder, where did that come from? Why is it? And then you say to yourself, so why they just can't be happy for me? And so on. Many people won't be happy for you, and that's a reality check that you have to make. We sometimes are not encouraging. So if you're moving out of your community, they start to see the U-Haul truck, they see the furniture. They perhaps saw you buying the new furniture wherever you're going. And it becomes a chorus in the community. Everybody hear that Mary Stroke leaving because, right? Suddenly, it's a big old problem that you're leaving. Welcome to Center Stage. Who do I have on the line?
Good evening, Lady B.
Good evening, my Gloria.
How are you?
Good, good. How are you?
I'm fine. Mr. Pat, good evening. I'm just calling you to let you know that I'm listening. I'm tuned in.
All right, dear. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
All right, take care.
All right, bye-bye.
Yes. And so, you know, I tend not to be drawn to in that kind of a space because I find that I won't allow you to, you know, mess with me like that. If I want to do something, I'm going to try. If you make the recommendation to me and I feel I'm not there yet, then give me some time. It's not that I'm not going to do it. But if you see me buying the furniture, why should it bother you? People are like that, and so all of a sudden now, everybody here say Mary Stroker move and how she'll leave out of the community like it's a bad thing. I don't know if you have that experience or have experienced it where people try to suppress you. And I looked at an article back in 2000 and this was written in 2014. And it's about a young man who became one of our Rhodes Scholars. His parents didn't really have it, but he knew he wanted to excel in life. And the very same PATH program in Jamaica that they have worked for him. The program of advancement through healing and education has helped Jamaica strengthen its social protection service. Nearly 500,000 socially vulnerable Jamaicans have accessed new opportunities through the PATH program. And so here is Shavano Baker. Maybe you know of him. If you don't, go Google him. Shavano Baker. He was smart. And he ended up going to the University of the West Indies, but it wasn't easy. He wanted to be an actuarist. You know, that was his discipline. And he pushed and pushed because his family still found it difficult to send him to school. When he hit the secondary level, even though it seemed it was going to be a long stride, because of course, you know, you had the cost of the transportation and school material, and it was a struggle for a modest family. But of course, through the PATH program, his family was able to bridge the gap between, you know, him achieving his potential success. And so he became one of our brightest scholars in Jamaica. Now, when you find that people want, and I'm sure you would have had people who were maybe thinking, you know, it's not going to happen. He wouldn't get the grant. But the boy pushed and his family was there. They didn't have it, but they pushed and pushed. Mind zone. What is it in your mind? What is it that somebody said to you at some point in time? Every now and again, it come back up. It bother you. There's something that somebody had said that you haven't let go, and as a result of that, you don't even reach any further. One or several people will try to prevent you from moving forward. And if you have the opportunity, or if you're going to work and put yourself through school, or they just think you study too much, or you just, oh, you love books, so. And they will say all kinds of things, nothing positive to push you forward. Then you have a problem. Then you start to feel, maybe I shouldn't do this thing. We ought to lift each other up. That is how, when you lift each other up and you start to pool resources together, and build together, how you find that there are some communities and countries that are just doing so well. Wealth is like a second nature. Nobody poor. Nobody in wants. Because people came together and pushed themselves. You have a comment? Link me. 914-600-4228. Mind Zone, what is it that causes people to just want to hold you back? Have anybody hold you back? You can share with me. Let me know. 914-600-4228. At 7:30 p.m. this evening, I have an interview with Cadian Snow with her book, Black Woman is Queen, and I'm looking forward to having you join me. For those of you who are on YouTube, if you'd like to make a comment concerning Mind Zone, how you feel about that, you can post your comments there. And I'm also typing in the telephone number for you. So if you'd like to call in, you can. 914-600-4228. Good evening to everyone. The show ends at 8 o'clock this evening. And so I'm thankful to those of you who come in. I see Aldith Grant here making a comment about the new pumpkin waffle. She says it's innovative, yet yes it is. Good evening, DL, how are you? Welcome. So I'm talking this evening, it's Mind Zone segment, and why is it that people just don't think you should move on? You want more money as long as you're not doing anything illegal to, go earn your money. Why is it that people want to hold you back? Why do people think that they should just stay stuck? Why is poverty, people holding on to poverty? Why you don't want to escape it? Why people make you feel like if you want to do something good, it's a crime? Is poverty not something you want to get out of? The hand to mouth every day can become overwhelming. How many of you have been in that situation where one day you just don't have nothing to eat, and unless somebody come and drop off something for you, you're going to have to drink water and lay on your belly and go to sleep? Who doesn't want to move from that hand to mouth kind of living, where you're always going to be in need? And then when you want to make that move, they say, so where you all go? Yes, and no good for you again. And it makes you feel as though you're doing something wrong. Like I should just stay with these people, so that they don't think I get stush. These are real life situations that people experience. And some of us have been there, done it, and decide we ain't doing it no more. Things have to change. My life has to change. 914-600-4228. That is the telephone number if you'd like to share your comments with me. Welcome to Touch FM Radio 90.1, Sign FM 88.9. You're tuned into Inside the Zone with Lady D. Center stage this evening, the platform where voices are heard and people connect. And I'm connecting with you this evening on my YouTube channel as well as on your radio dial, 104.5, 101.7, 88.9, and 90.1. 914-600-4228. That is the telephone number if you'd like to reach me. More music while we're at it. 7:30. What time is it? 15 minutes. I got 15 minutes to go before my interview with Cadian Snow.
As a matter of fact, I take that back. Let me lay there inside of your love, listening to your heartbeat. Girl, ain't no feeling better than feeling on your body. Girl, don't you move a muscle. Let's I just wanna text you. If you ever took your love away, I can truly say I died right here today. Don't give me the word. I just want my girl. If I could have anything, I put it on everything. That it would be you, you. I just want you. Ooh, if I could have anything, I put it on everything. All I want, baby, that it would be you, this whole wide world. I just want you, yeah. You are my love and my love for you, girl. It's all that I need. If I had nothing more, then our love, I'll be just fine with our love. Your shoes can't be filled, they cannot wear your heel. The truth isn't you, girl, there's nothing as real. Then our love, I'll be just fine with our love. Woman, if you ever took your love away, I can truly say I die right here today. Don't give me the world. I just want my girl. If I could have anything, I put it on everything. Everything. That would be you. It would be you. Yeah, yeah. I just want you. All I want is you. If I could have anything, I put it on everything. Oh, Lord, my Lord. That it would be you. So it would be you. I just want you. Only you. Now what would I do? Where would I be? If there was no you, there'd be no me. Now think about that girl. Oh, yeah, yeah. Whoa. What would I do? Where would I be? If there was no you, there'd be no me. Now think about that. Think. Yeah. If I could have anything, yeah. I put it on everything. That it would be you. I'll give up my house, my car, my rings, and everything. Oh yeah, if I could have anything, everything. Whoa, that it would be you. I just want you.
Welcome back. If you're just joining me, my name is Denise Lady D. Gomez. It's beautiful today because I'm here. And those of you who are experiencing a little shower of blessings someplace in your neck of the woods, well, take it, because in a few months, we'll be wishing, pretty much. 20 minutes after 7 o'clock. At 7:30, Black Woman is Queen. Self-love takes time and dedication. As queens, we are magic, royal, and extraordinary. So says Cajun Snow. Let me go over to the phone line. Good evening. Welcome to Center Stage. How are you?
A pleasant good evening to you, Lady D. Good evening to Gloria and to Chris and to all the listeners. How are you, Lady D?
Hey, Pat. It's Thursday, and you're with me always. How you been?
Hey, I have been blessed. How about you?
Thank God. It's a new day, and I'm not complaining.
Okay. I missed you Monday evening because I was downstairs. I was on the porch listening on, trying to listen on the phone because I wasn't upstairs. You know, my radio downstairs does not pick up, but my Bose radio upstairs, well, I can pick you up
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
All
but
right.
for some
Nice.
reason, didn't get you until near closing. You know, I tried to
Oh
log on.
no, yes, I had a little
Yes.
challenge, so I was,
And
yeah, I came on late.
okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's what I thought. You had some technical difficulties,
Yes.
so I missed the whole show.
Oh.
But anyway, I was able to successfully log in this evening,
Yes.
and
ma'am.
here I am. Yes.
Yes.
So the question that you posed, Lady D, why would some people, you know, not wanted to move on? There are myriad of different explanations.
Yes.
You have bad mind,
Mm-hmm.
you have jealousy,
Mm-hmm.
you have insecurity because if someone, you know, form attachment, you know,
Mhm.
they don't want to see you leave,
Yes.
or they just don't have the encouraging words. You know, they were never taught. But thank God that we have been able to immigrate. And so, you know, we have learned so much because knowledge is power.
Yes.
And now that we have this knowledge and this information, we can be powerful. So we have now learned that we can say nice things to people. We can encourage someone, even though we might not mean it, you know. And that those encouraging words can really go a long way. But on the flip side of the coin, the folks who don't know any better, they don't know how to encourage someone. They don't know how to, you know, say a kind word. And then there are those who financially don't have it, or they lack that, you know, motivation. You know, they don't have the education where they can move on. So there are so many factors. When we look at ignorance and arrogance, you know, ignorance is, comes into play in two ways. You can be ignorant of the fact, you don't have the information, you don't know how, or ignorant, you know.
Yes, Pat, I'm hearing you.
Yes. And then on the flip side, ignorance is because one is unable to read or write. So, and even though, you know, people are knowledgeable, you know, it's just jealousy, envy, and bad mind. Because here is it, how you're able to ascertain certain wealth that you can move up the ladder. And here I am stuck. I don't want you to move on. So I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to motivate you because I want you to, you know, with me. But I am just so sympathetic, and I empathize and sympathize with the person who lacks the knowledge.
Yes.
They don't know any better. So if you don't know any better, you don't have the information, you cannot be empowered to move on.
Right.
So we have to look at all the different factors
Yes.
and, you know, factor it in as to why. And then you have some people just don't have no ambition.
That's true, too.
There are some people who just don't have no ambition. They don't want. They don't want to be motivated. They don't want to move on. They would rather stay in the block where they're comfortable in their situation.
Yes. Well, Pat, as always,
Okay.
I thank you so much for your input. I do have an interview
You're
segment
welcome.
coming up in a few, but you know you're always welcome to
Of
linking
course,
up with
definitely,
me.
Lady D. All right?
All
And I'm
right.
listening.
Thank you.
Okay. All
Okay,
right.
bye-bye.
Sure, you're welcome. All right, bye-bye.
This is Inside the Zone with Lady D. Denise Gomez. Today is Center Stage, the platform where voices are heard and people connect. And I am connecting with you from, or I have been connecting with you from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Did you know that Inside the Zone started June 5, 2008? And I have seen so much, done so much, been a part of so much, and you have been with me for the ride, and I truly thank you for that. This is Linkage Radio 104.5, 101.7 FM. It is Thursday, and you are with me. Reminding you to log on to my YouTube channel, That is Inside the Zone live stream, or Inside the Zone with Lady D Denise Gomez. It's there. You just log on and then you'll see subscribe. Tap the word subscribe. When you do, you'll see a bell to the right. Tap the bell, and then above that you'll see the word all. Tap all, and each and every time when I'm broadcasting, I'll pop up in your mobile device or your desktop, laptop, whatever you have, and you'll be able to be a part of the show with me because I truly appreciate you. Coming up in 3 minutes, I'll have Cadian Snow joining me for an enlightening discussion this evening about Black Woman is Queen. The show is brought to you by Cooler Runnings Jamaican Restaurant, 1802 Nereid Avenue in the Bronx. Don't forget to stop by and place your order today.
To Cooler Runnings Restaurant, located at 1802 Nereid Avenue, corner of Wickham Avenue in the Bronx. We specialize in the best Jamaican and American cuisine, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We are open 24 hours, 7 days a week. We offer free in-house delivery, minimum $20 purchase, and we also have Uber Eats. We do barbecue Thursdays, fish fry Fridays, and seafood Saturdays. For more information, give us a call for our address and menu, 718-324-7484. Once again, that's 718-324-7484. Cooler Runnings Restaurant, simply the best Jamaican food.
28 minutes after 7 o'clock. Welcome, everyone. 2 minutes and counting to 7:30, where I'll start off my interview segment with Cadian Snow. Black Woman is Queen. And Cadian, promise, I know she's ready because she has to share what about this whole Black Woman is Queen persona. Who is this Black woman and why is she dubbed as Queen? In the meanwhile, I'd like to remind you also that the show is brought to you by Corey's Eats. Corey has pumpkin waffle. I have to go try this one, and I'd like you to join me, okay? Try the pumpkin waffle. Just go on over to 3762 Boston Road. Go join the line. Did you know that Corey is doing very well with the waffle business here? People join line, gone around. He doesn't have hands to serve waffle. I mean, rice and peas not even selling as much. Picture that. Take it from me. So try the pumpkin waffle, and you can call your Uber service, by the way, powered by Uber Eats. And they're open Monday to Thursday from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. and on Friday and Saturday, 6 a.m. to 2 a.m. 3762 Boston Road. You go Corey, 347-947-9200. And right now it's 7:30 p.m. and I go to my guest who is waiting patiently online. Good evening, Cadian Snow.
Hi, good evening, Lady D.
How are you?
I'm good, and how are you doing?
I'm well. Welcome to Inside the Zone with yours truly, Lady D, Denise Gomez. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Meet my guest, Cadian. Cadian, go ahead and say hello.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure.
Alrighty, and I'm sure
Hope everybody is doing well.
Yes, and I know their ears are peaked, ready to hear about Black Woman is Queen. Ladies and gentlemen,
Yes.
I will be having this discussion, and I indulge you to be a part of it. Stay with me. Don't go anywhere.
Black woman, like me, you struggled long. You trod one of life's roughest roads. to be someone to belong. But you're near in your mind and a half furlong. Don't give up now, just pray for strength now. For you I dedicate my song. La 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 la
That's the voice of Judy Mawat as it takes us into the segment Black Woman is Queen with the author Cadian Snow. Cadian, where are you from? Share your background with us. Where were you schooled? In a nutshell, so we can get a feel of who you are.
Okay. I'm originally from Jamaica. I was born in St. Elizabeth in a maroon town called Coca. And afterwards, I grew up in Kingston from the age of 13.
Mm-hmm.
So most of my upbringing was in Kingston, but I was born in St. Elizabeth.
Oh, okay. In Maroon Town. Interesting.
Yes,
What was
yes,
like?
yes.
What was it like growing up in Maroon Town?
Oh, what was it like growing up in St. Elizabeth?
Uh-huh.
Well, for one, the community it didn't have much of a high crime rate. It was more of a togetherness. It wasn't like you had a lot of rich people there, but in a sense, you didn't have persons who weren't supportive of each other.
Mm-hmm.
They, in a sense, it's like a camaraderie.
Yes.
They look out for each other. There was, and I like the peacefulness of the community.
Oh, wonderful. So kudos to all your St. Elizabethans who are listening to you right now and feeling a sense of pride that Cadian is talking to me about Black Woman is Queen. But of course,
Yeah.
in our achievements as we're growing, there has to be community, as you mentioned. And I'm sure you had role models. Who were they?
Okay, so for me, my role model, for one, was my mother. She had me young. She had me at a young age. And she didn't decide to, throw me away, which some women would have probably aborted the kids. But she said that a child is a blessing from God. She had me, and she wanted the best for me.
Mm-hmm.
She's my role model because many years ago she had met in a car accident, and it changed her. She ended up getting epilepsy, and from then on she was struggling. But my mom never gave up on life.
Mm-hmm.
And I admired her tenacity and her strength, and she kept on doing jobs here and there, but she didn't give up on life. So I looked at that as strength. And another person as my role model would be she's my great-grandaunt, Agrita Gale. Because my mom was sick, she took over and started raising me. So those two persons played a pivotal role in my upbringing.
Oh, wonderful. And in terms of your, pursuing your education, how did that go?
Well, for one, I saw certain things. Because my mom had me young, she had me around that time when it was Gilbert. So back in the day, I learned that due to the fact that electricity wasn't there, so people ended up doing, certain things, having sex and that or whatever. So there's lots of Gilbert babies. I grew up around that time.
Oh, okay.
And my mom didn't really went on to pursue further education. So I made it my point of duty to break that generational curse. I wanted to kind of pursue my education. My great-grandaunt, Agrita Gale, instilled that in me and told me that education comes first, it's more important than anything else. And so I never fall short of what they said. They said that silver and gold will vanish away, but a good education will never decay. And it's true. No matter what age you are, you always have that knowledge in your head.
Congratulations. And to Mom and great-grandma and the community, because here you are.
Yeah,
you
the
have
community.
The community.
And my extended family that played a pivotal role as well.
Yes. Now, Black Woman is Queen, because this is the focus of our discussion. I noted there are three dominant themes, mind, body, and spirit, in your book. So, in a nutshell, how will these themes unlock women's inhibitions, because you're writing specifically to them?
Well, I realized that while we're pursuing stuff in life, we want to pursue having a career, we want to pursue having a marriage, we want to pursue having certain things. But then oftentimes black women neglect themselves in the process. We are compromising a lot of ourselves for the sake of our children, or you know, our parents, or maybe our spouses, and so forth. So I wrote a book in essence to kind of focus on those three trinities: the mind, the body, and the spirit. Mind, which refers to what we think about, the positive thoughts that we have in our head. Our mind is the most powerful part of our body. If you get a brain damage or anything like that, it affects you in so much ways that you can't even imagine.
Yes.
Now, as it pertains to the body, my dad always says that your body is considered a temple, and the Bible also tells you about taking care of your body and how you present it and whatever. So for me, I think we should ensure that we take care of our body based on what we intake internally in terms of water, the food that we eat. We have to start eating healthier foods, because that can also help to with like diabetes and cancer. Those things are reversible based on your diet. As it relates to spirit, to me that is your connection with a God, you know, your connection with your belief system. Because if you don't have a spirit in you, it will die, because you have circumstances that happen and it will seem like it's going to kill your spirit. But if your spirit stays alive in you and it stays reignited with purpose, with trying to figure out your God-given purpose on this earth, then you can actually refuel that over and over. So I think we should protect our spirit based on the things that we have around us, our energy. So that's part of the reason why I said that. The mind, I'm focusing on those three components: mind, body, soul.
Thank you so
spirit.
much. Yes, thank you so much for elaborating on that. And the purpose of you writing this book. Why?
Okay. So for one, I actually wrote 2 books and published them during this COVID time. I had a full-time job and I published 2 books during this time period. Some people say it's unprecedented and is a great accomplishment. I see it as a fulfillment of a dream that I had as a kid. So maybe they might see it as a huge accomplishment. I just see it as executing something that I thought about, because oftentimes we think about things and we don't come through with it. So I want to, us as black people or black women, if you think about a business idea, don't just think and write down the plan. Think about ways about getting it done. So I kind of did this to kind of let people realize that anything you want to achieve, it's possible. It can come to fruition once you put in the work and put in the time and the discipline to do it. Now, I wrote it during this time period because of the COVID. I started doing self-care routine, and I started going back to doing paintings and doing eating right, drinking a lot of water, cooking at home, doing those things, cleaning your ear. So I started doing those things and I expounded on it. And I also had a lot of young people who were also doing the same thing. So I gathered from that and decided to write a book about Black Woman is Queen, because we need to be reminded that we should take care of ourselves and we should be treated right.
Absolutely. If you are just joining me, welcome to the segment Black Woman is Queen, author Cadian Snow. Our telephone number here, 914-600-4228, 914-600-4228. I'm sure Cadian would not mind at all if you called to say hello, to commend her on having her book published, and, you know, just saying hi. So you have the opportunity to call us, 914-600-4228. Welcome, everyone. My follow-up question, Cadian, so in all of this, what do you believe is unique about the Black woman from your perspective?
Okay, well, from my perspective, not only are we the most We're very beautiful. Our skin, once you don't go and bleach your skin and damage it or anything, you take care of it using your natural remedies, and you drink up your lots of water and your coconut water. Our uniqueness is our ability to produce both a black and a white baby. Our uniqueness to love, our uniqueness to go on even after your spouse is gone or your boyfriend is gone. Our uniqueness to basically take care of a household. A woman can do many things. A woman can birth a baby, birth a child, a black woman, as I said, white or black baby. Black woman have so much knowledge and possess so much knowledge. Black woman create lots of kings in this world, lots of great leaders, and we have to remember that every time. We are the creators. We are the creators of all beings.
Okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, I'd like you to do a read for my listening and viewing audience.
Excuse me?
I'd like you to do a read for me.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to do a read. I wanted to kind of focus on something that I want to raise awareness on. It's currently something that's happening throughout the entire world. We're trying to create awareness on period poverty. We want to help the eradication of period poverty throughout the world, because I find that we issue out condoms to men, but we're not issuing out pads and sanitary napkins to women because of the fact that women don't have a choice to have a period. Once you start puberty, your period comes. Men have a choice to have sex, and you can always protect yourself and you don't necessarily get pregnant. So I realized something that happened to me, and coming to this country, I see a lot of women who become homeless or in domestic situations, and I thought to myself, how do they go about, providing the basic needs? How do they go about providing for sanitary napkins? So that's something I'd want to highlight. Now, an excerpt from the book, I want to read about comparison is a thief of joy. Queens, God made you unique, and there's no need to compete with anyone. God made you special, and keep that in mind whenever you feel distraught or downtrodden or less than anyone else. There's no comparison between the sun and the moon. We all serve a purpose in the overall universe, and we have several talents, and in order for us to excel at our best in whatever setting that you're in, ensure you focus and resist all distractions.
All right.
Prioritize your goals and pursue them, especially if it's to go after an entrepreneurial venture or educational pursuit.
All right. You're through?
Yes, I'm through.
Thank you so much. So that's an excerpt from her book, Black Woman is Queen. How can they get a copy of your book, Cadian?
Repeat that?
How can they get a copy of your book?
Okay, so the book is currently out on Amazon. It's for $15.75. It's very reasonable in terms of pricing. It's out now. You can go on Amazon and order it. It's available. Right now is a perfect time for you to be reading and realizing that, especially during this COVID time, do not just spend time watching the news only, but just spend some time and take care of yourself. Spend some time outside in nature. If parks are open, go out and go and read a book.
Absolutely.
Read a book with your children. These things are important. We have to teach our kids from now. You have to recondition the minds of the children.
Yes, and I'm reading here, we must be mindful as we are competing in a competitive space, and we ought to be at our best selves, mentally and physically. The Holy Trinity, mind, body, and soul. Congratulations, Black Woman is Queen, Cadian Snow, and we're looking forward to hearing so much more about you, Cadian.
Thank you so much, Lady G. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. This is how we wrap it up once again. Reminding you it's on Amazon. Black Woman is Queen. By Cadian Snow. See what I'm talking about? If you want to do something, go get it done. And do not allow anyone to make you feel as though you can't achieve it.
Don't give up now, just pray for strength now.
7:47 p.m. Good evening. Welcome to Center Stage.
Hello, Lady D.
Yes, sir.
How are you?
Good. What's doing, DL?
Oh, you sound so far away like you're all the way in Penang.
Maybe the airwaves know that's where I'd like to be. I don't know.
Sorry?
I don't know what happened. You're not hearing me loud enough?
Honey, just sound like you're across the street talking on the mic. It's on the other side of the street.
Oh, I don't know. I'll see how best I can make the adjustment. So what you're saying?
Well, you sound better now.
Oh, maybe I wasn't close enough. Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I wasn't able to call to have interaction with that young lady. Sounds very good. But you know what?
Mm-hmm.
What jumped out at me?
Yes.
She said she's a Gilbert baby.
Indeed. when I heard that too, I'm like, oh, because Gilbert was just, 2 days? When was Gilbert? The 13th or the 8th?
No, the 12th.
The 12th, right, okay.
On Saturday.
Mm-hmm. This Saturday
It
coming.
will be 32 years since Gilbert struck.
Can you imagine?
She's right, because, I remember given Jamaica's situation, especially where I was in Montego Bay, there was no electricity, and I can imagine.
Mm-hmm.
So I like her honesty and her candor that she's a product of that situation.
Yes. And we know usually that happens. People tell you when you don't have much to do and you have to be inside, then it's likely, all kind of stuff gonna go on. But I remember Gilbert like yesterday, DL, because that whole day I spent moving furniture and watching my roof going and looking up in the sky. That was a day.
It's something I'll never, it's a day and something I'll never forget. It's forever etched in my mind. I could write a book about it, my experience.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. If I was supposed to chronicle my experience in Gilbert, I could fill a book. One thing that it does is that it has aged me, because she's like 31 now, because 32 years ago.
That's the reality of this situation.
Yeah, here we are, little babies born that time. I've grown up now, interviewing them.
I'm sorry, but we have to laugh. I'm sure many people out there are listening and say, oh man. So when I was X years old, Gilbert was. Oh, God.
Exactly. Little baby has grown up and have an experience and put it into a book.
I tell you, it's just today I heard somebody made reference to Hurricane Ivan, which was bad, but not as bad in Jamaica as it was in other parts of the Caribbean. Yeah, but they made reference to
When was Ivan again?
Ivan was, today's what, the 9th? Yeah. Ivan was somewhere near either the 8th or 9th or something like that.
Which year?
I don't remember the year. I'd have to look. I don't remember the year. But it's certainly...
But it would have been after Gilbert anyway.
Oh, indeed it was. Yeah, it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but...
But you know what is interesting, and I can mention it to you on here. It'd be interesting if you could have a conversation about on your Monday show about the giving that this Saturday is the 32nd anniversary of Gilbert, and have people share their experiences.
Yeah, man. I've been doing it in the past, but now that it has aged so much, good idea.
Yeah,
Can do that Monday.
32 years.
Because I remember, I've shared my story that I got up that from the Sunday I knew nothing. I went to church. We went back to night service. So you must know, I didn't turn on the TV. We had dinner, stuff. It was one of those things. Went to church. It's on our way home. It got a little windy. And somebody said they heard that hurricane had come. All that time, we're just saying, because usually it just come by the shoreline and it gone. Went home, then went to bed, wake up next Monday morning. I am getting ready for work. And it's during I'm getting ready for work, our neighbor said, "Wanna hear what happening?" And at that point, now it was very obvious. It had gotten windy. So we didn't turn on radio that morning, nor no TV either, It coming like we never had no electricity. Sometimes I had to put it in that way. Had no clue this thing. And right after that, I had to come out of uniform and a breeze hit. That was it for me for the whole day. Moving furniture, place a wet up, all kind of mess.
Well, let me say this to you. I was in Montego Bay working at the hotel, and I didn't go to work this Sunday, and I didn't have a TV, time to watch TV, given the work that I do. Whatever TV watch was at the hotel. So I have a radio, but I don't remember having a radio on. For whatever reason, I wasn't feeling well that day. And so I pushed myself on Monday to go to work. And when we go to the hotel, there's all kind of movement and all kind of something going on. I'm like, what's going on? There's a hurricane coming. We got to get out and got to move all the guests from the hotel where we are because it's not hurricane. It's not hurricane strong. You can't stand a hurricane, and we all have to go get it out of here with all the guests and staff and take it to Windham. I'm like, what?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
That was
so it was quite a shocker.
Yes. It was, and believe you me, our roof went, and then. But of course, it's all directional, depending on where the wind was coming from, because there were some other houses, like in the community where my church was, that you would have thought some of those houses would have been demolished. Oh no, they stood up very well, and the zinc roof was very much on.
Well, let me say this to you. I said to you, it took me so much time to give you play-by-play of being at the hotel, because Windham is the only hotel in Montego Bay that is a hurricane can withstand a hurricane. And so every hotel, every guest was from Montego Bay, and Montego Bay hotels were transferred there. And even I've come to find out that the ABC reporter was actually right in Windham reporting about the hurricane right on top of us. And I had the opportunity of watching the hurricane in action, actually see it in action, and it's not nice. It's not nice. I've seen it in action.
I'm telling you. And my youngest aunt, she always had this novel idea how she wanted to experience a hurricane. They were in Clarendon at the time, and even in Clarendon, we have a nice structured house. The house wasn't affected, but the one I was living in Kingston, the roof gone, about its business.
Well, two quick things about as the time over against time, but there's two quick things. When the hurricane passed, we have the opportunity to go on out. Of course, the whole road was covered with trees and light pole across the street from Rosal at the Montego Bay. And then when we went by the hotel, all of the beachfront hotel rooms and the beach grill and so forth, full of sand.
Oh man!
All the rooms.
Oh yes, because
full with sand. Going to show you how high up
Mm-hmm.
The surf was.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a little island out in the water that we always use for people who wants to do tanning, and also we use for a Thursday evening beach party. You couldn't see it was all covered.
Man, because I was down. Yeah, go ahead.
And then when I went up to see where I was living in an apartment, a 2-story apartment, four rooms, bottom and 4 on top. I was on top. So when I went up to where the road that I live on, a little slope, and then the driveway to where I live, a little slope. Guess what meet me in the driveway?
Rubble.
Rubble, the entire roof.
What?
The entire roof, just lift off everything, just like you took out the pot cover. Not just the zinc, the entire structure was right in the gate. And all you're looking at was the empty the room that without cover. And when you go inside there, every drawer and every cupboard open.
Open, yeah.
And look like Riverton City. Everything turned upside down like a dump.
Well, I tell you, because I had that experience that day and we had to move over to our next door neighbor for a few weeks, until we could get the house back, in some kind of habitable setting. We were next door to our neighbor. Then I didn't even call work, nothing about work. I was strictly focused on getting my living situation normalized pretty much. Then is somebody call me and tell me that they heard an announcement on the radio. My name was being called to report to work. I was down at Oceana.
Okay.
Yeah, I was down at Oceana because I was working on the project that built the Bloody Bay Grand Lido.
Right, I figure, yeah.
Yeah. So every paper fly out. The glass broke at the hotel. The paper, every project paper all over the place. It was a mess.
It was rough. All the pools were full with sand. I'm telling you. So, and lastly, so there's no electricity down there. My goodness, and the landlord happens to live on the same premises and in a private home, and she give another tenant and myself a guy one room in darkness, mosquito to kill you and heat.
Oh my! Oh, that's right. You get it, man.
Yeah, I'll never forget. It was rough.
Well, I thank you for calling me. It's 7:01. Thank you for catching up.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it. All right, take it easy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, gotta go. But certainly we appreciate Cadian for her book that she has published, The Black Woman is Queen. Remember, you can go to Amazon and pick up your copy, okay? And it's pretty reasonable, $15, she said. You can buy 10 books up and give for gifts, right? So thank you so much for tuning in. And, of course, to Cooler Runnings Jamaican Restaurant for sponsoring the show this evening.
When you are hungry, come to Cooler Runnings Restaurant. Located at 1802 Nerid Avenue, corner of Wickham Avenue in the Bronx, we specialize in the best Jamaican and American cuisine, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We are open 24 hours, 7 days a week. We offer free in-house delivery, minimum $20 purchase, and we also have Uber Eats. We do barbecue Thursdays, fish fry Fridays, and seafood Saturdays. For more information, give us a call for our address and menu, 718-324-7484. Once again, that's 718-324-7484. Cooler Runnings Restaurant, simply the best Jamaican food.
Don't forget to stop by Corey's Eats, 3762 Boston Road in the Bronx. Pumpkin waffle is on the list now. Ha ha! Pumpkin waffle, red velvet waffle sandwich, cinnamon waffle, blueberry, chocolate, Belgium, Oreo, banana nut, all waffle, the waffle affair. Give them a call, 347-947-9200. Thanks to Touch FM Radio 90.1, Sign FM 88.9 for airing the show this evening, and Caribbean Vibes Radio. Thank you, Chris. As always, love yourselves, love your children, and remember in everything you do, it is the will of God concerning your life. Blessings, everyone. Have yourselves a wonderful Thursday evening. And I'll be back on Monday from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. to do it all over with the Monday Drive, keeping you in the know in the city you walk, drive, and reside. Love, love, mwah, mwah. I'm out of here.
To the youth them, you ever see a burning spear? Your life just gets spear.